Cool. Hi everyone. Good evening and welcome to our first official yoga class with the Manifesting Yoga Studio. Super excited. I'm wearing my mermaid pants today because for those of you who know, my dear friend Sadie, who's a part of this group, it's her birthday today and she is a mermaid. So these are for you, Sadles. So a couple of things. For those of you who watched the theory class, I still would love to hear your notes if you didn't come to the meeting on Tuesday that we had, which was super awesome. And I just want to shout out to all the girls that came to that and for your notes. And yeah, we talked about doing heart openers, working on the back, the shoulders, and the neck. So that's what we're going to work on today. And we also talked about the importance of using Sanskrit in teaching. And these girls that came to the meeting express that they want to focus on a specific asana so that they can learn that asana, its name, and all of its details. So that's why I posted that video today about Jana Shawir Asana, which is the knee to head pose, which is a forward fold that we'll be working on, which also stretches the back. So that takes that off. So I don't have my Shannon helper today, so just let me see. Hi, Gina. Good to see you. Okay, so it's still not 6:30. Just ready to jump the gun here. So this is all very new, very fresh to me, but I'm really happy and excited about how it's going. So if you guys have any comments or ideas for me to make this better and more accessible to you, let me know. Because I'm always wanting to know how I can make this best for my students, because that's why I'm doing this. So, yeah, let's see. Hi, I love you too. Okay. All right, it's 6:30, so we're gonna get started. I actually have a clock, so now I'm gonna try my hardest to keep it at an hour. I know that I tend to go over because of my love of Shavasana, but let's get started. So if everyone will come to a comfortable seat, whatever that means to you, and bring your eyes to a close. Close the eyes so that you can just feel your breath a little bit deeper. You can feel the power of your breath. Your inhale, finding that expansion physically in your chest, but it's also opening your heart. And your exhale, releasing and letting go of physical tension, of stress from the mind. And let's just take a couple more breaths here, grounding down, setting our space for our practice, and of course, setting our intention. As always, I invite you to set your own intention, anything that you're wanting to gain or to let go of in this next hour. Or I invite you to join me in my intention of magic. And that is the magic that we all are, the magic that we all possess. That is our breath, that is our movement, our thoughts, our words. Anything that comes from us is that magic, is that sharing of our vibration. So that is going to be my intention today. I invite you to join me. So let's take 2 more breaths with either this intention or your own intention in the mind's eye. Inhaling, feeling the breath going down the spine, rooting you down, lifting the crown. And exhaling, releasing the tension from the shoulders, from the jaw, from the forehead. One more breath. Feeling that magic, opening your heart, expanding your chest. Feeling that magic, giving you the power to let go of things that are no longer serving you, of stagnant energy that's held up inside. Bring your hands to heart center. Bow your head to your hands. Bowing to yourself in devotion to your practice, in devotion to your intention. Feeling your heart beating against your thumbs and believing the magic that you create. Keeping the eyes closed, slowly just lift the head so that you're facing forward. Rub the hands together, creating some heat, some friction, some energy. And then just gently place those hands over your closed eyes. Blink the eyes open, release the hands, and then give yourself a little hug. We did this in our meeting and it felt so nice. And just imagine that we're all giving each other a big hug right now. Missing that human connection, but we can still create it with our magic. Okay, so we're gonna release the hands down and we're just gonna start with some gentle shoulder openers. So just rolling the shoulders back and then forward, but you wanna go really, really slow. And I also want to give the option to work on your hips as we're doing this. So if you want, you can stay in Sukhasana, easy pose, or you can come into a butterfly pose by bringing the bottom of your feet together and just make sure that your sit bones are rooted, so that you're planted. So whichever seat is comfortable to you, but with the butterfly, with Titali Asana, you'll have a chance to work on your hips as we're working on our shoulders. So coming back, focus to the shoulders. On your inhale, shrug your shoulders up towards your towards your ears. And then on your exhale, allow them to drop behind you. So by going a lot slower, you can really feel the magic of the stretch. Let's just do one more in this direction. Inhale, shrugging the shoulders up. And exhale, coming down. So let's go the opposite way now. Same idea. As you inhale, you shrug up. And then as you exhale, you actually just bring them forward. So shrug up and drop forward. 2 more times. Inhale up and exhale forward. Your hands can be together or they can be on your lap. They can be on your ankles if you're in butterfly pose. Whatever feels good to you. And just come back to your neutral spine, your neutral shoulders. So if you weren't already in butterfly pose, I want you to come into butterfly pose now, Titali Asana. So that's by bringing the bottom of your feet together and your knees can go wide. There's a couple of options here. So option 1 is to bring your feet, your heels closer to your body, and that's just gonna get an even deeper stretch in the hips and in the hip flexors. Or you can bring your feet further away from you, creating more of a diamond with the space between your legs, and that'll take a little bit of pressure off the hips so it's not as intense of a hip stretch, and it will also give a little bit more opening to the knees. So whatever feels good to you, whatever you want to work on. We are going to be folding forward, so keep that in mind. If you have tight hips, I would recommend starting with your feet further away from your body. But find your butterfly pose, interlace your fingers, and bring your hands underneath your toes. Then roll the shoulders back, allowing the heart to be completely open and feeling that drop in the shoulders that we just worked towards, and then just slowly flap your butterfly wings. Up and down, And I'm just gonna check what's happening here. I don't have a helper today. Cool, magic, yeah, magic. Okay, so let's keep going with this butterfly pose. And I also chose this asana for a reason, because butterflies are a really good example of magic. They show us the magic of transformation and the magic of change, and how something that can seemingly be so scary can be so beautiful. I think it's a really nice message for all of us while we're in hibernation and in our cocoons right now. Okay, one more breath with your wings a-flapping. You can try and flap them even faster. Get deeper into those hips. Oh, okay, come back to stillness and make sure that, again, your flesh is removed from underneath you so that your sit bones are rooted before we fold forward. So from here, keeping your spine nice and straight, you're just gonna extend your arms out in front of you and begin to walk your fingertips in front of you until it feels good, like you feel a stretch, but you're not feeling pain. And then stay there and send your breath where you feel any tightness. So if that's here, that's totally fine. If that's here, that's totally fine. If that's here, that's totally fine. And if you want, you can go all the way forward and get super deep into those hips. Just make sure that your spine is straight. So you're not hunched over, but you've got that extension, that length. Good, and we're just gonna take 2 breaths here. And this is a nice stretch for the hips, as I said, but it's also a really nice stretch for the back flexibility. By doing these forward folds, we're increasing that back flexibility. Begin to walk your hands back towards your feet and your body. And let's just extend the, what's this called? Your left leg. And bring your right foot into your left hip crease. Crease, what is happening? Magic confuses words for me, apparently. Okay, so make sure that your left foot is flexed, and then your right foot is in that hip crease. If you're feeling any pain in your knee, you can bring that right foot closer to the left knee. But if you can, just bring it as close to half Padmaasana, half lotus that you can. Hi, Leo. And make sure that that left foot is flexed, and then just like we did with our butterfly pose, you can flap that right wing just up and down, and you can grab your right knee with your right hand so that you have a little bit more control, and so you can go with a little bit more ferocity, maybe is the word. Yeah, let's say that. So you can get in there, stretch it out. Okay, come to stillness. And now you're gonna bring that right foot to the inside of the left thigh. So we're gonna do a pose called Ray of Light pose, but we're gonna take a couple measures to get there. So first, we're gonna do a little spinal twist here. So this is kind of like Ardha Matsyendrasana, half lotus fish pose, but a little bit different. So bring your right hand behind your spine, extend that left arm out in front of you, and even try and grab your left toes so that if you can bend that left elbow, and this is just a nice little shoulder stretch. Okay, from here, keeping that twist in your body, lift that arm up, that left arm up, and then hug your right knee. And twist your spine, look over your right shoulder. Come back to that magic of your breath and allow your inhale to bring you back to center with your spine straight, and allow your exhale to bring you deeper into your twist and deeper in to your letting go, to your releasing of anything that holds you back from believing in your full magic. Okay, so come back to center. And now to root you down, just grab that right knee with your right hand, and then your left hand comes on the outside of the left leg. Take a deep breath in, breathe into your spine. Then as you exhale, you're going to begin to fold forward, and then bring that right arm to the inside of your right leg and grab for your left foot with both of your hands. We're not folding forward, we're just grabbing. So similar to Janu Shirsasana, if you watch the video, we're not just going for that full forward fold right now, we're just going for this stretch. If you can't reach your foot, no problem, you can grab your calf, or you can even just grab the ground on either side of that left leg. We're just getting that back nice and stretched. Okay, so from here, I'm just gonna turn my body so that you guys can see it a little bit better. This is for the full expression of the ray of light pose. So from here, you're gonna wrap that right arm around your right leg and bring your right hand on your right lower back, and then your left arm is gonna come and meet it so that you have a bind. And then if you can, look forward and smile. Because you are a ray of light, you are magic. And don't worry if you can't get that grab. You can use your shirt as leverage here, kind of like a strap between the hands. And this will even open the shoulders as well. And if that's not even accessible to you, just go for a half bind and just bring that right arm around and really push that back of the right hand into the right lower back, just so that you're stretching and opening that right shoulder. Okay, unwind, come back to your forward fold grab, so whether that's the foot, the calf, or the side of your legs. And then on your next inhale, roll the shoulders back and push yourself up with a straight spine. Okay, let's do the other side. So now extend the right leg out, flex the right toes, bring the left foot into the left hip crease. And we'll do our half lotus pose with the butterfly flapping. Again, you can grab your knee. You can also grab that foot with the opposite hand. Okay, we're gonna take a couple breaths here. I'm just gonna see. You are a ray of light, Audrey. Okay. So keep going. And come to stillness. And now let's come into ray of light on the other side. So bring your left foot to the inside of the right thigh. And we're just gonna do that nice little twist first. So bring your left arm behind you along your spine. So think straight arm, straight spine. So you don't want it bent, you want it nice and straight so that you're finding that alignment. And this is physically for your spine, for your posture, but it's also, there has some spiritual validity to this as well, because that's where your chakras are located. So you want it to be nice and straight so that they can be in balance and alignment. So from here, grab that right foot with your right hand and just pull, or your calf, wherever your hand lays comfortably, and pull. If you can, bring that right elbow to a bend so that you're getting that nice deep shoulder twist, that shoulder opening, and then that twist, and then release your hand and go for the hug. So hugging your left leg with your right arm and looking over your left shoulder. Come back to your magic. Breathe in and breathe out. One more breath. Good, come back to center. And let's find our forward fold. So ground yourself down, make sure that your sit bones are rooted so that you're not wibbly and wobbly. And then bring the left arm inside that left leg and reach towards your right foot or your right calf, wherever your ray of light is taking you. And just hold wherever you are for a breath, feeling that stretch in your back. And if you are grabbing your foot, you can really pull and get even more of a stretch in the back of your shoulders. And in your traps, a little bit there too. Okay, so we're ready to find our full expression, whatever that may be. Going for a half bind, wrapping that left arm around the left leg. Left hand pushes against the back of the lower left side of your back. Or going for a full bind and grabbing either the shirt for leverage or grabbing both of your hands, looking forward and smiling. Ding! And I want to just take a nice deep breath here. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to visualize yourself as that ray of light, as that magic. Know that you shine so bright. Good. Unwind your bind. Whether it's a half or a full, go back for your forward fold for that grab, wherever it may be. And on your next inhale, slowly rise up with a straight spine. Whew, feels nice. Okay, so now we're just gonna extend our legs out, kick it out a little bit, blah, 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 and then swivel your legs around and come onto your hands and your knees. We're just gonna do 3 rounds of cat-cow, a little love for the spine. A couple of options here. If you wanna get a little bit more of a core workout, you can lift your knees just about 2 inches above the mat, and you can come onto your fingertips so that you're really engaging your core to keep your balance here. Or you can just be in regular cat-cow with your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. On your inhale, roll your shoulders back, open your heart, look forward and up. And on your exhale, curl in, bring your navel to your spine, then your chin to your chest, hollowing your back for cat. Let's do 3 more. And I'm gonna take the variation that I offered at the beginning. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Try and just bring the movement in your spine and keep your knees exactly where they are. Exhale, cat. 1 more. And exhale. Good. Bring the knees down. Bring your hands down. Inhale, extend your right leg behind you, and then just bring your right toes to your mat. Push your right heel towards the earth and come into a mountain variation, Parvatasa variation, with just the right leg straightened so that left leg is still bent. So you're just getting really deep into that right calf. Inhale, come back down, left knee, right leg extends up, left arm comes forward. Take a breath in. And exhale, crunch, bring your knee to your elbow. Let's do 4 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch. 3 more. Inhale, open. Feel that stretch. Exhale, crunch. Feel that engagement. 2 more. And last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, find length. And come back to your neutral tabletop. Let's do that Parvatasana variation on the other side. Inhale, left leg behind you. Left toes come onto your mat. Then straighten and lift your hips. Keep that right knee bent. So this is also a really nice stretch if you're working towards, in Parvatasana, getting your heels towards the earth. If you have really tight hamstrings, this is a really nice stretch to practice, just rotating between sides. Okay, come back down, right knee, lift the left leg and bring your right arm forward. for our 5 crunches. Take a deep breath in and exhale, elbow to knee, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Try and keep your neck straight so that you're not looking forward, but you're just looking down. Exhale, crunch. 3 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch. 2 more. Maybe my counting's off, but we'll do 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale, stretch as far as you can to the back of the space and the front of the space. And exhale, crunch. Open, come back to your tabletop, tuck those toes, and come into Parvatasana, either just by lifting your hips and going into your mountain, or flow through cat-cow one more time, just giving a little extra love to your spine. Inhale, rolling the shoulders back, opening the heart, look forward and up. Oh yeah. Exhale, curling in like a mad cat, then lifting your knees, hips come high, Parvatasana. So let's just take 2 breaths here in our Parvatasana and come back to your intention of being magic, of believing your magic. And let's pair up our breath, pair up our magic. Take a deep breath in and out through the nose. Let's continue with this Ujjayi breath, which is in through the nose and out through the nose throughout our practice, unless I say otherwise and we do something fun like a lion's breath. Okay, 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, look forward, and however you want to get there, have your feet meet your hands at the top of your space, whether that's walking, jumping, floating, flying. Exhale, forward fold, Padhatasana. Let your head hang heavy, let your arms hang heavy. And on your inhale, slowly rise up, 1 vertebra at a time. Lastly, lift your head and your neck. Roll the shoulders back, heart completely open. Inhale, arms high, look up towards the ceiling. And exhale, goalpost the arms and look up towards the sky for this variation of Ardha Chandrasana. Inhale up. And exhale, fold forward, keeping your arms extended on either side of your head, and then coming all the way down to your Padhatasana. Grab the back of your calves. Inhale, straighten the spine. Halfway lift. Exhale, pull yourself in towards your legs for Padhatasana. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring your hands down on either side of your feet. And focusing on your right foot, step back with the right foot, Ashwasanchalasana. Left knee is bent. Look forward. From here, bring your back knee down, and then just give your left leg a big hug so that you're scooping your arms underneath and grabbing your shoulders. And squeeze. Squeeze your shoulders, squeeze yourself. And on an inhale, we're gonna straighten that left leg out. This might be challenging on the balance, but try and stay here. If you fall, don't worry, just come right back to it. Good, 1 more breath in. And exhale, bend that left knee, release your hands on either side of your left foot. Lift your right knee off of the earth and step back, high plank. We're gonna go through Bhujangasana, our first flow, first vinyasa. So knees, chest chin, Guru Namaskara, straighten the legs out, feet come together. If you have any knee pain, lower back pain, bring some space between your feet here. If you have wrist pain, you can come onto your forearms and actually do a Sphinx pose rather than doing this one because it can be some pressure on the wrists. So whether it's Sphinx when you're on your forearm so that your elbow is underneath your shoulders, or you're doing Bhujangasana so that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, bring your forehead down to the mat and we'll rise up all together. So exhale, let everything go. Inhale, slowly rise up, opening your heart, peeling yourself up off of that mat and looking towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, Parvatasana, mountain pose. Bring the right foot forward. Just gonna switch. Bring that left knee down and give yourself a hug with the opposite arm on top so that if your left arm was over your right one, just go for the opposite way so it might feel a little funky. Inhale, straighten that right leg out and look forward. Squeeze yourself, give yourself such a big hug because you are so magical. One more breath in. And exhale, bend that right knee. Release your hands down. Lift your back. Uh-oh. No. Okay, sorry. Lift your back knee off of the earth and then step forward, left foot meets the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Give yourself another hug. We always love to hug ourselves. Maybe some kisses. Release the hands. Bring the arms on either side of your head and slowly rise all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, goalpost those arms, look towards the ceiling, push your heart up on a pedestal. Inhale, rise. And exhale, fold forward. Place your hands down on either side of your feet and step back, come into a high plank pose. Hold here for 3. 2, make sure that those shoulders are lifted, not drooping. And 1, bring your hips high, come into your Parvatasana, mountain pose. Let's pair up our breath, pair up our magic. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, right leg lifts behind you. And bend your right knee and just try and lift that right knee up towards the ceiling. Then inhale, straighten, square your hips once again, and just feel that length that you just created on your right side. Let's do that one more time. So bring the right foot down, allowing your head to hang heavy here, no tension in the neck or the mind. Inhale, right leg back. Bend your right knee, and on your exhale, open that right hip to the right side of your space. Then let another inhale, straighten that right leg out and feel that crazy length that you just created with the magic of your body on your right side. Take another breath in. And exhale, bring your knee to your chest, hinge forward, and then place that right foot in between your hands at the top of your space. Ashwasanchalasana, look forward. Back leg is strong and engaged. Always option to drop down back to that back knee if it feels good. But if you can, keep it strong and engaged, looking forward, feeling that ray of light that you are. Sing, going straight in front of you. Mine is just to a wall. Maybe you're looking at something cooler than this. Take a deep breath in and out. Straighten that front leg out, coming into a pyramid pose. So now your back foot is at 45 degrees. So let's just rise up really quick to align our feet. Make sure that you've got those hips square to the front of your space so they're not turned out. If your back foot was at 90 degrees, your hips would be square to the side of your space.
But we want your back foot to be at 45 degrees so that your hips are square to the front of your space. So take a breath in, lift those arms high, and exhale, fold forward, hold halfway so that you're creating this L shape with the top of your body so that you're parallel to the earth. Take one more breath. And exhale, folding forward for your pyramid pose. Bring your hands on either side of that right foot and bring a little micro bend to your right knee. So from here, you're gonna bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot and then walk both of your hands to the center of your space and switch both of your feet to 90 degrees. So we're coming into a Prasarita, a forward fold. And then from here, we're gonna come into a Skandasana. So we've been kind of working up to this one. So from here, you're gonna bend your left knee. So bring your left foot 45 degrees now, but the opposite way so that it goes towards the corner of the left side of your mat. You're gonna bend that knee and come down. Your right foot can stay planted or it can come onto your heel. Your hands stay in the center. And we're just gonna walk back and forth 2 times. So from here, and then you're gonna bend that left knee, straighten your right leg out, other way around. Bend your right knee, straighten your left leg out. Okay, so let's do that again. Walk over to the left, bend the left. And walk over to the right, bending the right. Okay, we're gonna walk over to the left one more time. And from here, we're gonna go for a bind, kind of like we did in our ray of light pose. So you're gonna wrap that left arm around your left leg, and then that right arm is gonna come around too, and you can either hook your hands, or you can use your shirt as leverage. Or you can go for that half bind with the left arm, right hand comes down in front of you, grounds you down, and just make sure that you're pushing that left shoulder into your left knee and look up. One more breath. Good, unwind if you're in the bind or the half bind. Bring both of your hands to the center, straighten your legs, and come back into a Prasarita. So switch both of your feet to 90 degrees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. From here, we're gonna bring our hands back behind us, interlace your fingers, and if it feels okay on the shoulders, we're gonna go for the opposite stretch that we just did, and that's just extend those arms out and let your arms be straight over your head, hanging heavy. One more breath. And if you feel any pain at all here in your shoulders or in your neck, just bring your hands back down to your lower back. If they're not already there, everyone bring your hands back down to your lower back. You can keep your fingers interlaced though, because we're actually getting a bit of a wrist stretch here. So pushing into your lower back, roll the shoulders back and opening the heart, and then rise up on an inhale. Okay, and release your arms out for our 5-pointed star. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points of our star, because we're magic. Okay, from here, you're just gonna switch that front foot, that right foot, to point to the front of your space, and keep your back foot at 90 degrees if it's not already there. Straightening that right leg out, flip your forward facing palm on your right hand, and exalt, go back, carrying, what is happening? Walking your left hand down your left leg and bringing that right arm up and over, going for this really nice side stretch, reverse Trikonasana, triangle pose. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame that front foot, switch your back foot onto your toe mounts, step back high plank, and go through your flow, your vinyasa. I'll go through Bhujangasana and give the example of Sphinx pose one more time so that you guys can see it. So take a breath in, exhale, knees, chest, chin, Guru Namaskara. Then straighten the legs out, feet come together. If you're going for the Sphinx pose to protect your wrists, bring your elbows underneath your shoulders and bring space between your feet. So your feet are not together for this one, but they're apart. And make sure that your elbows are coming in towards the rib cage, not out. So bring your forehead down. Exhale everything out into the earth, into the ground. And on your inhale, roll the shoulders back. Still, just like we do in Bhujanga, you're using your lower back to rise. So this is a really nice stretch for your lower back, but not as much pressure on your wrists. Exhale, lower down. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders if they're not already there. Tuck the toes. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, Parvatasana, mountain pose. Let's come back to our breath, back to our magic. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift that left leg behind you. Bend your left knee and open your left hip towards the left side of your space on your exhale. Inhale, extend that left leg and stretch it out behind you. Ekapada Parvatasana, one-legged mountain pose, and just feel that amazing stretch, that amazing length on your left side. Inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee, bring it to your chest, hinge forward, and then bring that left foot in between your hands at the top of your space. Ashwasanchalasana, look forward once again, that ray of light, your magic bursting forward. Option to drop down to your back knee if it feels good. And then from here, I'm just gonna switch sides. From here, you're gonna bring that left hand to the inside of your left leg and walk your hands back to center, coming into your Prasarita. So switching your feet to 90 degrees and coming into your wide stance pose. And we're gonna go into our Skandasana, but this time we're gonna start with the right leg and then we'll do the bind on the right leg. So switch your right foot to 45 degrees, pointing towards the corner of the right side of your mat, and bend that right knee, straightening the left. You can come onto that left heel or keep your left toes pointed. I think it helps with balance a little bit to come onto the heel. You can also completely not use your hands if you just want to work with the legs and get like a really nice quad exercise here. You can just balance, and I don't even know if I can do this actually. Straighten the right leg and bend the left. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So we're gonna do one more time. You can walk your hands or use no hands, bend the right knee, straighten the left. And one more time. Wow, that is a really nice workout. Bend the left, straighten the right. And last one, so we can find our bind, bending the right, straightening the left, and find your bind. So wrap that right arm around your right knee and find your bind, grabbing either both of your hands behind you or grabbing with your shirt. I'll turn so you guys can see a little bit. What's happening? Okay, so from here, you can use your shirt like this, or maybe you can bind and then look up. Wherever you are, take one more breath. Unwind if you're in the bind. Bring both of your hands back to your center, straighten your legs out, and come into your Prasarita, your forward fold. Let that head hang heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Go deep into your forward fold. And bring your hands back behind you once again, interlacing your fingers, and make sure you go for that opposite grip, so the opposite pinky's on top so it feels a little funky. And if it felt okay on the other side, try on this side, straightening the arms out and letting them hang heavy over your head. Breathe. Come back to your breath, come back to your prana, your life force, your magic. Bring your hands back down to your lower back if they're not already there. Inhale, roll the shoulders back and pick yourself all the way back up. Okay. And let's find our reverse triangle on the other side. So bring your front foot to face the front of your space. Your back foot is at 90 degrees. Extend your arms out. Flip your forward facing palm. So I think it's your left palm, if I'm not mistaken. And before we reverse, you know where I'm going with this if you've taken class with me before, I want you to look into that hand that's in front of you. And I want you to visualize anything, anyone, any words, any ideas that are holding you back from believing in the magic that you are. And I want you to see this in this hand, extend it out in front of you while you're getting a really nice stretch. I want you to give gratitude for this thing, this person, whatever it was. And when you're ready, throw it behind you because it's no longer serving you. And go deep into your reverse triangle, but keep that front leg nice and straight. Keep that back leg nice and straight. Breath in. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame your front foot. Switch your back foot onto your toe mounds. Come into your high plank and go through your flow, your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, Guru Namaskara, straighten out. Come into either Bhujanga or Sphinx pose. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower. Stay here. We're gonna do 3 rounds of Bhujanga or Sphinx, whichever one you prefer, and give a lot of love to our lower back. So, actually, we'll just do Sphinx so everyone can do it together. So, on your belly, your feet are together like the tail of a snake. Now separate them. They can go as wide as your mat, or they can go just a couple of inches between, whatever feels good to you. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders so that your forearms are creating an 11. So you look like a sphinx, like an Egyptian cat. Let your head down. Exhale everything out. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Pick yourself up, open your heart, and feel that engagement in your lower back and in your core. Exhale, release down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Use your core to lift yourself up. And lastly, lifts your head and your neck. Always think about that alignment. Just like your chakras, starting at your base and making your way up to your crown. One more time. Exhale, release down. Inhale, roll the shoulders, open the heart, creating space, creating light. Look forward. Good. Exhale, lower down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes. Inhale, high plank. Come onto your forearms first, and we're just gonna do some hip dips before we come back into our Parvatasana. So inhale, center. Exhale, dip over to the right. So bring your right hip down to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left hip down to the left. You can go as fast or slow as you want. We're gonna be here for 5 more breaths. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. Come back to stillness. You can come down to your knees, come onto your hands, and just come right in to Parvatasana, mountain pose. Whew. Ooh, I feel good. Okay, so you are in mountain pose. I want you to take a deep breath in here and a full breath out. Let's do one more inhale and exhale, let it go. Inhale, extend, right leg behind you. Exhale, nice and slow. Bring your knee to your chest, hinge forward, then bring your right knee to your right wrist. We're setting up for pigeon pose. So walk that left leg behind you. And you want to make sure that your right hip is planted. It's not lifted, it's planted on your mat. If it's not, if you have a pillow or a blanket or a block, you can place it underneath that right hip, or I'll explain a different asana that will give you the same stretch, but it won't be as much pressure on your knee, and it'll be better for you if your hip's not touching. But for everyone that's going into sleeping pigeon, let's just go there really quick, rolling the shoulders back, opening the heart, then exhaling, folding forward, coming into your resting pigeon pose. If there's anyone out there that needs the different variation, I'm just gonna give that really quick. And that's gonna be coming onto your back and bringing the right ankle over top the left knee, coming onto your back and going into a figure 4. So then your hands wrap underneath that left knee and you can pull that left knee towards your face. So this, or resting pigeon, you're just gonna be getting a really nice hip opener, a really nice release, which is really important. Obviously, physically, a lot of people are working from home and sitting in a desk all day, and you need that physical release. But also emotionally, I think a big thing that is coming up for a lot of us right now in this time of quarantine, of stillness, is a lot of emotional things, baggage almost, that we've packed away for so long, and we've kind of figured out ways to not deal with. And now that we're stuck, so to speak, this baggage is coming up. So it's giving us a really nice opportunity to deal with it, to use our magic, and to grow through it. So if any emotions or baggage, quote unquote, is coming up, I want you to feel that, and I want you to let it go with the magic of this stretch, with the magic of your breath. Whether it's in pigeon or figure 4. It's okay. Oh. Take one more breath here. And if you're in figure 4, I want you to just swivel around and find your way back into our pigeon with the right knee bent. So So once everyone's here, right knee bent, left leg extended, hands are in front of you, roll the shoulders back, heart is open, and I want you to look up towards the ceiling. Really nice heart opener, throat chakra opener, finding our truth, our magic that we're ready to speak or sing or share in any way. Okay, so from here, just look forward and then swivel that left leg around, and we're gonna come into our goal pose, that Janusharasana that I posted earlier today. Right foot comes to the inside of the left thigh. Reach with the right hand for the left foot to straighten yourself out, to square those hips, and to remove any flesh from underneath you. Inhale, lift your arms high. And exhale, just grab for that foot. If you watch the video, you know where to go. And just bring your head down to your knee. If you can't grab your foot, grab wherever you're comfortable. Just try and bring that head to the knee. Maybe you're here. Maybe you're here. And if you are here and you want to try and go further, then with your forehead to your knee, look forward so that you're kind of scooping into it. So you're not hunching over, but you're coming from here, you're coming from the base, the foundation, and then you're scooping into this forward fold, this really nice hamstring stretch, this working towards our back flexibility. Okay, wherever you are, let's just take one more breath. Janusharasana, knee to head pose. Inhale, slowly rise up. And I'm just gonna turn so that you can see me a little bit better. And we're gonna go into the counter pose. But first, we're just gonna do a nice little neck stretch. So with your legs where they are, exactly where they are, no moving, I just want you to interlace your fingers and bring your hands behind the base of your skull. Inhale, open the elbows as wide as you can, look up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, pull your chin to your chest and get a nice little gentle tug here. Stay here. One more breath in and out. Inhale, open those elbows and just release the hands down. So now we'll come into Asana Chikarikasana. Bring the right hand behind you. Spread the fingers nice and wide. So again, if you have any wrist pain, like I said in the video earlier, I would just recommend not doing this pose. Maybe just go for another Janusharasana, because this is kind of hard on the wrists. So from here, reach that left hand forward towards your left foot. And on an inhale, swivel that left hand around and come onto your bent knee, your extended foot, and your right wrist. Bring your hand to your heart. Feel that magic pumping. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, send that magic out to the world. One more, sending that magic to whoever you think needs it most. I'm going to take a deep breath in. And exhale, send that magic out to Sadie. Happy birthday. Bring your hand to your heart center and lower back down to your seat. Okay. Swivel around. Come onto your hands and your knees. Find your way into Parvatasana so we can go on to the other side. Let's take one cleansing breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, left leg behind you. Exhale, nice and slow, knee to chest, hinge forward. Bring your left knee to your left wrist and find your pigeon pose. If you did figure four on the other side, go ahead and find figure four once again. And that will be placing your left knee over top your your left ankle over top your right knee on your back. Interlacing your fingers underneath your right knee and then pulling that knee towards yourself.
Whichever stretch you're finding, we're going for this really deep hip opening, this really deep magical release. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, fold forward for pigeon. And if you're in figure 4, pull that knee towards your face. And come back to any emotions, any blockages, any baggage once again. And feel yourself releasing that and letting that go for 2 breaths. Sorry, 1 more breath here on the left side. Releasing, letting go, and creating more space for more magic. Slowly find your way back up to your seat, whether that's from figure 4 or from pigeon. Bringing your hands in front of you and having that left knee bent so that your left foot is in your right hip crease. Roll the shoulders back and look up towards the ceiling. So your heart is opening towards the sky. And again, we're just giving a little love to the Vishuddha, the throat chakra, opening it up. Removing any blockages, any doubts, any insecurities so that you can share your magic. Come back to just looking forward. Swivel the right leg around. I almost had it at an hour. Oopsies. Bring the left foot to the inside of the right leg. Grab the right foot with the left hand so that your hips become square, so that you become rooted. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, fold forward, either grabbing for the foot, the calf, or the side of the leg, and just bring that forehead to your knee. So I think this is a good view if you want to see what I mean by that scooping mentality and mechanism here. So if you want to look up at the screen really quick so that you can see this. So from here, I'm just bringing my forehead down to my knee. Then I can grab my foot, and then I look forward and find this like scoop in my back so that I can go really deep into this forward fold. Okay, so wherever you are, go into your Janusharasana, and we'll take 1 more breath there. I also have to say it's pretty crazy how different this Janusharasana feels from the video that I made earlier today, because I'm well stretched and warmed up. It's just crazy how much of a difference that can make in your asana practice. That's why warm-up is essential in fine-tuning your magic. Okay, next inhale, slowly rise up. Let's find that neck stretch really quick before our Asta Chikarika Asana. Interlace your fingers, opposite grip this time. Bring your hands behind the base of your skull. Inhale, open your heart towards the sky. Exhale, fold in, chin to chest, gentle tug. Take another breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, open, release your hands down. Now your left hand is going behind you. Fingers are spread really, really wide so that all 4 corners of your hand are planted. Right hand comes down to right foot, and then on your inhale, turn that wheel and bring your right hand to heart center. Let's send that magic out 2 times. So inhale, push your hand into your heart, feel that magic, and on your exhale, send it out. 1 more time, just 1 second. 1 more time.
Good. Exhale, lower down. Coming up to a seat. Just bring your knees to a bend, feet are flat in front of you. Inhale, straighten your spine, hands come out on either side of your legs. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, lower all the way down to your back. Bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a huge hug, feeling all the magic that you just cultivated, that you just created. Always option to give yourself a kiss too. Squeeze yourself, give yourself all the love that you deserve, which is so much love, endless love. Deep breath in, and release, full breath out into Shavasana, corpse pose. Close the eyes. Deepen the breath. And allow yourself to feel all this light, all this magic that you just created with all this movement and breath and intention. Feel this magic encompassing your body. And with each breath becoming deeper and deeper, feel your body becoming lighter and lighter. You begin to rise just above your mat, between this earthly space and this celestial space is you. And all the magic that you are. Just allow yourself these few moments of stillness, of quiet, of bliss. And with your next inhale, I want you to visualize yourself breathing in this magic and this light that's surrounding you. Breathing it into your body and then bringing that body, your body, back down to your mat. Not as if it's heavier. It's still lighter because it's full of light, but it's stronger. It's more able. Hi, buddy. So back down on your mat, back down to this here and this now, this present moment. Hi. Allow your next breath to bring gentle movements back into your body, feeling that strength and that magic coursing through your fingertips and your toes. Bringing that movement to your wrists and your ankles. And on your next inhale, lifting your arms high above you, interlacing your fingers and pushing your palms behind you so that you can get that final body stretch. That opening of every inch, every fiber of your being, filling it with magic.
so that you may love every fiber, every inch of your being. And without losing this sense of love, this sense of magic, they're one and the same. Slowly make your way over to one side of your space or the other, whichever is calling to you. Your right, your Pingala, your sun energy, or your left, your Ida, your moon energy. And never rushing your process, taking your time. I invite you to join me back where we began our practice in a comfortable seat at the top of your space. Making your way there. Bring your eyes to a close if they're not already closed. And bring your hands wherever they're comfortable, whether that's in your knees, in your lap, at heart center, or your hands come into a mudra. And we're going to close our practice with not one, not two, but 3 ohms, so we can really feel the magic of this vibrational healing. So let's take 1 cleansing breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale for 3 ohms. Bring your hands to heart center. Bow your head to your hands, bowing to yourself in devotion to your practice, in devotion to the magic that you are. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Bring your thumbs to your third eye center, to your ajna. The light in me truly recognizes, honors, loves, and ignites, but most importantly, reflects the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. We'll turn the light back on. Thank you guys so much for coming to this class, to our first class with the studio, B, being a part of this studio, being a part of my baby, and C, for that Om. Like, I know that we've got phones between us, but I really, really felt that in my heart. So I hope you guys did too. That's our class. I love you guys. Thank you so much. If you have any questions or comments or anything, let me know. Be sure to wish our Sadles a happy birthday. Okay, love you guys. Bye.